Hello and welcome to this episode. Today we're going to review a movie that Linda has been wanting to watch all year. What is it?
Wonder Woman!
We're going to review Wonder Woman. Stay with us on this episode of Will Weekly.
She's my,
Diana, Princess of the
Prince, Diana Prince.
All right, so that was a clip from Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is smashing box office records around the world. $220 million worldwide. What do you think about that?
Amazing. I love it, and I'm so happy with this woman.
Yeah, and it's the biggest opening for a female director, Patty Jenkins. The biggest opening for a film like that, directed by a female. Incredible. So this movie, you really don't need to know too much about Wonder Woman because it's an origin story. It tells you everything you need to know about Wonder Woman from the very beginning, right?
Yeah, it tells you the whole story from the beginning to end. You know, showing her growing up in the Amazon or whatever this world is.
Yes, this world created by the god Zeus that is not on Earth. It's like in another dimension, and it's this warrior woman.
Right.
So these women just train all day, and there's little Diana that she's a little bit different. She's a little bit gifted, and they don't tell her why she's a little bit different, but they all know it.
Right, they all know it, and you can see in her that she wants to fight, she wants to train. And, you know, they're protecting her. You know, they all protect her. Because she is the only baby at that time, the only little girl in the whole city of this woman. But it's so inspiring to see. One of the things that I want to say is so inspiring to see just all women in this movie at the beginning, of course, and fighting, you know, and training so hard and just so strong.
They're strong and they're really good, and the fight choreography from the beginning, I was like, you could tell from the beginning scenes, I was like, this is going to have some really good fight choreography because all the warriors in those scenes, I mean, they were going at it and very sharp martial arts training and moves. It's just very impressive.
Yeah, very much.
So the movie really takes off when Chris Pine's character comes crashing in from Earth. Somehow he kind of like switched dimensions or went into this dimension, this hidden world. And this is the first time she ever meets a man.
Yeah, and it was so funny when she first met him because she's like, are you a man, like real man? And he's like, I think so. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because, you know, she's never seen a man before and just the way she interacts with him. And I think the casting, Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, that combination of them two going at it throughout the whole movie, is just a little flirting going on, a little bit comedy going on, and he cares about her. Throughout the movie, he starts to care more about her, and you see that.
Yeah.
And it's really nice on-screen chemistry, and this is one of the main things I liked about this movie. Now, let's move on to Gal Gadot. I mean, she does an amazing job. Gal Gadot, this girl was born to play this role.
Very much. I mean, she, you know, I know that a lot of people were not happy with choosing her because they seemed like she was too skinny for the part. You know, she's a model. She doesn't have that Linda Carter, you know, body type. But let me tell you, she killed it. She killed it. Amazing.
She trained a lot for this movie. A lot of people don't know that she is from Israel and she's from the Israeli army. She trained in the Israeli army for 2 years because if you're from Israel, you got to be part of the army. And so she has that background, that training background, and I think she brings a little bit of toughness to this movie.
Yeah.
You know, like especially the fight scenes. Is very believable. It's very like whenever she's kicking butt throughout this movie, you're like, wow, it really feels like it's her. It doesn't feel like they just threw in a stunt double. Sometimes they just throw in a stunt double, but at that, you know, with this movie, you feel like it's really her doing all these stunts, which is amazing. And the fight choreography, the fighting style that they picked for this character, it just fits. It just feels right.
And it's like fresh. I feel like it was a fresh start of a new, you know, hero, a new character that it's gonna be big. You know, of course she's gonna be in other movies, you know, together with the other superheroes. But just the fact that she was so powerful in this movie, it's like, wow, I admire her a lot.
Yeah, I totally agree. And what I like about this movie is that you're finding out about her powers at the same time that she's finding out about her powers.
Yes, like that scene when she's like climbing that wall, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we were talking about that scene where she's falling from this building And as she's falling, she grabs on and she smashes
Like,
the wall.
literally,
And she's
like-
amazed that she could do that. She didn't realize that she could
can do
smash a brick wall and then start climbing up. Scenes like that where she's just like genuinely discovering who she is just very interesting to watch.
Right,
You know?
right.
And also her learning about the human earth, like her learning about our world,
Right.
and all the customs and everything and how it's so different. Is very,
I love it because she
very
comes
interesting.
from like a very beautiful island. I mean,
Right.
when you guys see the movie, or if you saw it, like that island is amazing. It makes you want to go on vacation.
I want to go on vacation there.
Yeah, and then-
Sign me up.
Like right now. So, and then she goes to London, where the war is, that's where they go. And she's like, this is hideous. Like, it's like...
It's terrible.
It's terrible. But she's so like honest, but so innocent at the same time, the way she says it. So
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Yeah, she did a very good job of balancing toughness, but innocence and comedy.
Yeah.
Which is not easy to do.
No,
it's not easy
not
to
at
do.
all.
And they pulled it off in this movie. There's a lot of funny character moments, which I liked about this movie. It wasn't just about the action, but Patty Jenkins, the director, does a great job
proud.
of telling this story. This is the biggest box office opening for a female director ever in history.
So let me ask you. So you think because this movie was directed by a female, and it was so good, do you think that a man would have done the same job?
I don't think so. I think it was brilliant that they decided to pick this director for this movie because it really told the story from a female perspective. And she nailed it. Patty Jenkins does a great job. And there's little things in this movie that I spotted that I'm like, you know what? I don't think a male director would have done that. Little scenes with Diana, little comedy scenes where she's trying on the clothes, the way they were done, that kind of brought a little bit of humor to it. Because she's so used to wearing armor, and then and there's scenes where she's trying on regular clothes.
It's like, how can you fight with this? She's like
all those little funny moments, and on top of that, the movie is just very beautiful to watch. It's a beautiful looking movie. Like we said, the island where they're from. It's just we watched it in 3D, and I just want to go there. It just felt so real. And I've seen other like fake cities like this, like for example Thor, where they show Asgard. It looked very CG.
Yeah.
The Thor where he comes from, but this one felt very real.
Like it was real island.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it is.
It felt like the Greek islands.
I don't know, but
it was insane.
But that's the woman touch.
Yeah, there was definitely a woman touch. The movie looks beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful colors. A lot of people complained in the past that DC movies, they're too dark, they're too gray. And in this movie, DC added more color to this movie, and it plays such a big part of the movie. And I give credit to that to Patty Jenkins, the director.
Correct.
Right? All right, so there was a lot of great things about this movie. The fight choreography, I feel like when the action really got going, amazing.
She just, outdid it herself. Like with the fighting, the way she just went, and she did not look bad. Like she just went for it. She just, Yeah,
and I thought it was kind of, when I was watching the movie, I was like, how is Wonder Woman going to fight people in World War II? How is that going to happen?
Guns
they have machine guns. She has a shield. What is she going to do? You know what I'm saying? But when they show her jumping into action, I was like, wow. Like, I totally forgot how powerful Wonder Woman can be, because this is a character that hasn't seen a lot of light of day.
Right.
Like people know about Wonder Woman, but people have forgotten, I feel about what she's capable of doing.
I completely forgot what she was capable of doing. I mean, I remember seeing like little, episodes of Linda Carter when she, when I was younger, but completely forgot. Like I was like, wow, I didn't know she can do all that.
I mean, the lasso was so cool. The way she jumps and she could break walls.
Her shields.
With her shield. Just amazing. Yeah. And what I liked about this movie, it was that this movie could have been bad. This movie, like this character, interpreting this character into a movie, there could have been a lot of reasons why this movie could have been bad. but they used everything about Wonder Woman and made it into a great movie.
I also love the music.
The music was good. Music was good.
Really good. Like tough. When she's in the fighting scene, like the way that they put the music together, awesome.
Very
really
good. No. The soundtrack and everything. Her theme song, I love it. I love her theme song. I'm not a singer. Anyway, so the one thing I did have a problem with this movie is that at the end, I feel like something with the antagonist comes out of left field that you're like, what? That was my one complaint. That it just I felt like they could have connected more of the ending throughout the movie.
Yeah.
I just feel something in the end just came out of complete left field. That is my only complaint about this movie. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Without giving too much because it's a spoiler-free review.
Yeah, exactly. But I agree with you. At the end, don't get me wrong. The end was fabulous. I mean, everything about it was really good.
It goes out with a bang.
Yeah, it does. And, and also it goes out. Of course, you have to have that moment where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that, But, like the last part where this person comes out, it's like, where did this person came from,
Right. It was just kind of like out of nowhere, left field. But that's my only complaint. So out of 5 stars, I'm going to give this movie 4.5, like a solid 4.5 star to this movie.
I'm giving it a 5. I'm giving it a 5-star to this movie because you know what? It's the first movie that the main character is a strong woman, and everything about it just show how also we as women we can be strong, and not only men.
Right.
Sorry. But.
No, I mean, this is an amazing movie. This is an amazing movie. There's just that one thing that I had a problem with, and that's it. Otherwise, I had no problems with this movie. I was pleasantly surprised, and I loved it. And what I liked about it, it wasn't just like a kiddies movie. There's like things in the dialogue that I felt like adults could really enjoy too.
Yeah, I mean, it is a movie that any age can go see it, but definitely, I mean, for an adult.
There were like some inside jokes there for adults that for
much.
Kids is probably like whoop, and they get it.
Which I hope it is. Whoop.
Yep. So overall, amazing job. DC is back on track, and I'm looking forward to seeing more movies from DC. Well, that's it for today's episode, guys. Linda, thanks for joining me again on this episode.
Thank you, Will.
All right, and hope you guys like this episode, and please subscribe, press that like button. It really helps out to make more videos. Catch you guys on the next episode. Peace out.
Boom, boom, Wonder Woman.